Hello, I'm Becky Urbanski, Senior Vice President for Mission, Marketing, and Education at the Benedictine Health System. It is my privilege and honor to work through Unit 10 of the Governance Formation Program with you today. This is Ethical Decision Making. For this presentation, it is important that you have reviewed the summary in your Governance Formation Program binder. Next, we're going to have a short review of the elements of ethical decision making. You're going to work through a short case study in small groups and then have a group discussion on the results of your small group work. For the small group activity, you will need to have a copy of the case study. It is included in your program binder. Each day, leaders at Benedictine Health System must make decisions that affect individuals, our organizations, and the wider community. These decisions must keep in mind our Catholic ministry and the BHS mission. These decisions require context, that's knowledge, and process, that's implementation. It is important to make these decisions based on sound moral principles aligned with our mission and core values. Context means what we stand for in Catholic healthcare, that we are here to carry out Jesus' healing ministry, be a part of the Church's healing ministry, and to use the elements of Catholic social teaching and the ethical and religious directives when making ethical decisions. It is also important to use a structured process for these critical decisions. A structured process provides us with discipline, broad exploration and perspective, and encourages us to think about and consider all the factors involved in the decision. We want to avoid emotional decisions and make decisions based on true information and reason. There are 6 steps for ethical decision making. They are gathering information, identifying the issue, reviewing the core responsibilities, identifying alternatives, making a decision, and then evaluating the decision. When we look at gathering the information, we look at what are the facts. We look at who's involved, what is the situation, when did it or when will it take place, why is it happening, and how is it taking place. Identifying the issue, keeping in mind that sometimes the real issue is below the surface. Core responsibilities means to frame a decision around our core values that we practice, and asking, are we committed to these values, and asking what guidance is available to us, such as the ethical and religious directives and Catholic social teaching. Alternatives means just that, making a list of options, including those that are acceptable and those that are not. Use a process of elimination with the options list, and then make a short list of options, including the pros and cons and identifying the option that is most likely or most acceptable. Deciding means to make a decision and being able to articulate, defend, and justify that decision. We need to include the motivation behind the decision and how it will be communicated and evaluated. Finally, evaluate the decision. Ask what the impact has been of the decision. Now we're going to break up into small groups and work through a case study example using the ethical decision-making model that you've just reviewed. Use the case study that's included in your program binder. Based on the information you have, review the case study. Work in small groups of 3 or 4. Reach agreement on what should happen and why using the ethical decision-making process. And then do quick reports. What did you decide? Remember, this isn't your life's work. Take 7 to 10 minutes and then be ready to do a quick report. It is important to remember when to use the ethical decision-making process. It's not for every decision. You use it when the mission, the values, or BHS integrity is at stake. To end this presentation, please keep in mind that it's important to use a thoughtful, disciplined process with the BHS mission and core values as your foundation. Using this process ensures that we consider all factors for a situation. It reinforces our culture, it provides consistency, it provides us with information for communicating the decision, it ensures that our major decisions are grounded in faith and reflection, and it supports our organizational integrity. Thank you for your time and commitment to BHS and for the important work that you do to further the Sisters' Healthcare Ministry.